Okay, good day everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I will love math. Supposed to be dili unta na I will love math no, but because there are some followers who are not Bisaya. So, ginawa ko ng I will love math. Dapat Bisaya unta. So, okay, today we will continue discussing how to solve quadratic equations. But now we are on the method 2. Okay, solution by factoring. Okay. If we knew already how to factor or we already master how to factor, then we can really answer this as easy, no? Madali lang itong sagutin kapag may malaki yung napag-alam mo sa factoring. Okay? In factoring polynomials before. So sumambat na naman yung manok ko. Pasensya na po kayo. Kahit bumaha kagabi, survivor pa rin yung mga manok ko. Okay, now we have some steps here to consider on how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. Number 1, okay, you have here number 1. Make the right side of the equation equal to 0. Okay, what does it mean? Meaning, the equation should be written to its standard form. It should be in its standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay? In other words, dapat 0 na ang right side sa equation. All of the terms on the right side of the equation shall be transpose it to the left side of the equation. Okay? Klaro? Number 2, factor the left side of the equation. So since we are in factoring, okay, in step 1, the right side is equal to 0. Now, in step 2, you are ready to factor the left side of the equation. This one, the left side. Okay? Number 3, when you get the factors, set each factors to 0. Okay? So, from that, we could apply the zero factor property. No? Meaning, we will set each factors to 0. Number 4, solve for the values of the variable and then check. Kasi depende yung mga variable na ginagamit dito eh. Usually si x. Kaya nga, minsan nakapagtataka si math, halos lahat may x. Okay. Now let's move on to our examples. Okay. Solve the following equations. Number 1, you are given 3x squared minus 6x is equal to 0. Okay. Now as you observe, the right side of the equation is already 0. Correct? So what we're going to do here? We now automatically factor the left side of the equation since the right side is already 0. So erase step 1, no? Step 1 is only good for those equations who have terms on the right side of the equation. Okay? Or those equations that are not written in its standard form like this. Okay? So let's move on to number 1. So we can directly factor this. What is the common of 3x squared and 6x? How about for the numbers? What is their greatest common factor? You have 3, right? So we remove out 3. How about for the variable x? Okay, so this is just simply a factoring a monomial. Okay, GCF. Removing the greatest common factor. So x, for the variable, we have x. Now, what is left in 3x squared? If we move out 3x, you only have x, correct? Because 3x times x is 3x squared. You copy minus. Okay, 6x divide 3x. 6 divide 3 is 2, correct? X divide x is 1, so 2 na lang siya. Is equal to 0. Correct? Now, look at step 3. Set each factors to 0. Since we have now the factors, so we will set this to 0. So 3x is equal to 0. And then x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, because these are the factors. Okay, 3x is equal to 0. It follows that your x will be 0. Correct? Kaya naman, because, okay, I'll show you this. We will divide both sides by 3. So 3x is equal to 0. Divide by 3. So, diri, you have x. 0 divide 3 is 0, right? Then, how about this? You need to simply transpose negative 2 to the right side. So, x is equal to 2. So therefore, the solution set is the set that contains 0 and 2. That's it. Simple as that, no? If you have a wide background about factoring polynomials. Okay? Now let's move on to number 2. You are given x squared minus 3x is equal to 10. So ano ba ang gagawin natin dito? Dapat sa equation masulat natin to its standard form. Meaning, in step 1, dapat 0 yung right side. So dito may 10 sa right side eh. So anong gagawin natin? Itatranspose natin si positive 10 doon sa left side niya. So, this is the solution. X squared minus 3x. Positive 10 ito dito. Kung ililipat natin doon sa kabilang equation, magiging minus yan. Minus 10 is equal to 0 na din sa right side. Okay. Now, we've done with step 1. Okay. So, we now proceed to step 2, which is to factor. Okay. This is very clear, a trial and error method of factoring, and you just simply look at and analyze the last term, which is negative 10. And you will try to find the factors, the possible factors of 10, wherein you can use that to your middle term, which is negative 3. So ano kaya? I'm very sure that 10, we can use possible factors of 10 by 5 times 2. But since this is negative, it's either between these two numbers yung negative dyan. Pero, tingnan nyo si middle term, negative 3 yan. So, dapat si negative 5 yung, si 5 yung negative. Kasi kung i-add ninyo yan, negative 5 plus 2, that is negative 3. Negative 5 times 2, that is negative 10. So, ang factor nito is simply x minus 5, x plus 2. Copy is equal to 0. No? So, we're done with step 2. Step 3, set each factors to 0. So, we'll set each factors. X minus 5 is equal to 0. And x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, solve for the variables. We need to solve for x. Simply here, we need to transpose negative 5 to the right side of the equation. So, x is equal to 5. Ito din, gawin natin, x is equal to negative 2. Kasi inilipat na natin sa right side. So, therefore, the solution set is the set that contains negative 2 and 5. Okay? Very simple, correct? I hope may na-learn kayo. Okay, I'll give you another more examples to do that. Okay, using the by factoring. Okay. I have my eraser, please. Okay. Kanina lang trapo. Okay, you know what? Nabasa niya akong table because of the baha. Okay. Buti na lang bumaba yung baha kagabi. Okay. I'll give you another example. Example number 3, you are given 2x squared plus 5x is equal to 3. Yan. So first step, anong gagawin natin? Anong gagawin natin dyan? Okay, transpose natin si 3 to the left side. Step 1. This is 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? That is our step 1. Then, find the factors. Ano kaya yung magiging factors natin? Okay. Trial and error again. So, find the factors. The factors of this are 2x minus 1 times x plus 3 is equal to 0. Am I correct? Because negative 3, if you check, negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Correct? Then 2 times 3 is 6. Minus 1 is 5. So, we are correct. Now, since we already obtained the factors, we set each factors to 0. So, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay? Then, solve for the variable. Here, we need to transpose negative 1 to the right side. So, 2x is equal to 1. Then, divide both sides by 2. So, x is equal to 1 half. Okay, here, well, on the other factor, simply transpose positive 3 to the right side. So, x is equal to negative 3. So, therefore, the solution set is the set that contains negative 3 and 1 half. Okay? I hope may na-learn kayo sa examples natin dito. Okay, I will give you another example. Example number 4. Para madami-dami tayong examples ngayon. Example number 4. I will choose ito. X squared is equal to 12 minus x. Okay, anong gagawin natin dyan? Okay, again, step 1, we need to transpose all these terms to the left side of the equation. So, you have x squared, iuna natin yung si negative x, so plus x, tapos si constant na negative 12 is equal to 0. Ayan. Okay, step 2 na tayo kasi 0 na si right side. Step 2 tayo, factor. So, find the factors of negative 12. You could have x plus 4, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Kasi, 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 4 minus 3 is 1. Correct? Now, we need to set each factors to 0. X plus 4 is equal to 0. And x minus 3 is equal to 0. Then, solve for x. X is equal to negative 4. X is equal to 3. So, it follows that the solution set is the set that contains negative 4 and 3. Okay? That's all for today. I hope may na-learn kayo dito sa method number 2, solution by factoring in solving a quadratic equations. Maraming salamat po. Please don't forget to like and share it to your friends. And don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Barry Umongos, I Will Love Math. Thank you po. Amping tanan.